All right, we're back with part 2 with the trimmer that wasn't running so good.
All right, we've got our UCAN maintenance kit opened up here. Got the spark plug, the fuel filter, the pre-filter, and the air filter all in one little nice handy kit, as well as the 2 gaskets that were on either side of the carburetor that were all messed up. So let's get this thing put back together. All right, so I've never really done gaskets before. There's no sort of sticky at all, so my assumption would be I just put this in place and all's well that ends well, right? Sorry if you hear some noise. It's pouring rain. But yeah, so I'm gonna put this one in place and get the carburetor put back, and we'll go from there. All right, so I did clean everything as best I could. I have to do all of this at once because it's all held in place by those 2 little screws. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll come back. All right, so the easiest way I was able to find was disconnect this little breather tube and then sandwich all this together. So it's this, it's the little tan gasket underneath, the carburetor, and then the black gasket underneath. Sandwich all that together with the bolts in place, and then bring that whole thing into the bolt holes. That was the easiest way for me to figure that out. Otherwise, there's a lot of balancing going on. So I'm gonna screw this down, and then we'll get going on the rest. All right, we got that all bolted in place. Now we gotta put our breather hose back on. There we go. Now let's get our filter and our pre-filter put in. All right, got our pre-filter in place and our filter seated correctly. We're just gonna go ahead and get this all lined up. And we should be good to go. Let me take care of this and then we'll continue the video. All right, I'm keeping this in there because it's too funny. This is all backwards, and this whole thing needs to, I gotta start over. All right, so it was only this top intake piece that needed to be flipped with the choke in the back. So remember that when you're doing this so you don't end up like me. All right, that's all put back together. Good as new. Now let's get our spark plug replaced. So we need to get this taken off. I should be using a spark plug tool, but 5/8 deep socket does the trick. Be careful. See how that wasn't buried in there? Yeah. She's not pretty. All right, there's one more thing we need to check here, but we're running out of time, so we're gonna have to do a part 3.